All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday night. CP the Franchise here on the Solo Dolo. Tonight's episode, we're going to do a quick live and talk about some Knicks trade rumors that came about and react to it, man. The Knicks point guard search is underway this offseason, but it's looking kind of bleak. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. The landscape is looking real bleak out here. But either way, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy, CP the Franchise here. KnicksFanTV live. #1 show for the fans, by the fans. If you're a diehard Knicks fan, diehard basketball fan, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share this video. Salute to everybody in the chat. How's everybody feeling? No hoops tonight. NBA Finals Game 1. Celtics and Warriors tipping off on Thursday. Going to be a good series. Looking forward to that. But let's get into the news. So today, Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher dropped a overall NBA offseason update on a number of players and potential movements. Now, I had an opportunity to work with Jake on SNY with Ian Begley. We did the putback with Ian Begley. It's my first time working with him, first time kind of interacting with him. And he's legit. You know, as far as a guy who has sources and releases information, he's definitely legit. I trust his reporting, and so that's why I came on to do the show tonight. Usually, you know, a lot of these trade rumors come about, and sometimes you kind of just take it with a grain of salt. Some of the guys that come out with these things are a bit not credible, if you will. But Jake is typically on the money. So let's dissect a little bit what Jake is saying here on the point guard front. And it starts, obviously, with the biggest fish, Donovan Mitchell. We know Mitchell is from the area. He's at the Mets games. He's partying. He's on the Rangers bandwagon. He's doing all of that. The friction between Mitchell and Gobert has been noticeable. A lot of questions around the league regarding where Utah is going to go this offseason. How will they improve their team? And will that come at the expense of one of their two stars? Now, what Jake is reporting here is that the Jazz trading Donovan Mitchell is highly unlikely. And trading him to the Knicks is highly unlikely. He says even if Mitchell were to ultimately request a trade from the Jazz, he still has 3 full years committed to his contract and a player option. Plus, there is healthy skepticism that New York's best offer would not be good enough for Danny Ainge. One of the teams he says to look out for, no surprise, the Miami Heat, with a package centered around Tyler Hero, plus salary, plus multiple picks. And look, on the Spider front, I always thought this one was going to be a long shot. Number one, I feel like Utah is going to be invested in building with Donovan Mitchell and not ready to send him packing. You talked about the leverage. He still has 3 years left on his deal. Even if he went to Danny Ainge and said, hey, trade me to the Knicks, Danny Ainge could laugh at him, close the door, and send him to wherever he wants and get the best deal. And another thing I said, as soon as that Celtics Heat Game 7 went off the air, and I had a chance to kind of reflect on this Miami team in their season, I said, look, they have a dominant defense. They have a superstar in Jimmy Butler. They need more. They need more. And you know Riley can get it done. I'm not saying anything is close. I'm not saying that they would actually make that offer. But if there was one team out there that could get it done, it's Pat Riley. We've seen it before in the past. He can get that done. The Heat need one more superstar. I don't, I might have overrated Bam. I thought Bam was going to really take his game to the next level. I see so much potential in him. But some of his performances in that conference finals was very much a head scratcher. Butler needs help. So, with us, unless, and you're not trying to put RJ Barrett in a trade, at least I'm not. I don't know how you guys feel in the chat. If you're not going to put RJ Barrett in a trade, your trade package for Donovan Mitchell isn't so appealing if you're Danny Ainge. I can name several other teams right now that could probably put a better package of ready-to-play players, young players on the come-up, and draft picks, and some salary to go get Donovan Mitchell. So, like I said, I don't see a Mitchell to the Knicks trade package or framework even being remotely realistic for another 2 years. There's just no leverage for the Knicks to acquire Donovan Mitchell right now. So Spider's off the board, as we expected. Now, here he talks about Jalen Brunson. And there's a growing sentiment among league personnel that Brunson will return to Dallas. And he points to a number of reasons. Number one, as we know, Dallas can offer him 1 extra year. Additional 5th year, more money. We already know Brunson and Papa Brunson said, hey, this is a business. They want to get the bag. They want to be taken care of. Cuban can make that happen. And Jake is saying, if you can look at John Collins's 5-year, $125 million extension as a benchmark. So that could be a $25 million per year bag for Jalen Brunson. And I like Brunson. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I like him. I like his game. I like his moxie. I like his grit. I like his toughness. I like the fact that he can get to the rim, finish at the rim. Physical. $25 million. It's a little too rich for my blood. So I just don't see it. So a lot of people think Dallas is a front runner. We'll see what happens there. Now, what Jake says is that the Knicks offering a comparable 4-year rate would require notable cap sheet changes. They already came close to sending out Alec Burks Hive stand up, and Nerlens Noel at February's trade deadline to clear salary for a run at Brunson. We know that. They were trying to shed the salary to accommodate some of the young players, but also make a pitch for Brunson to get him in free agency outright. He said at this point at the NBA calendar, to move off unwanted contracts, league executives believe New York would have to trade either the number 11 pick in June's draft or promising point guard Emmanuel Quickley to entice a rival team to take on any long-term salary. So at this point, long-term salary on the Knicks right now is Julius and it's Fournier. Burks has 2 years left, but it's really 1 because it's a team option. Noel, same deal. So those guys are technically expiring deals. What this article is saying is if you want to get rid of a Julius or a Fournier, you got to put the number 11 pick to it, which a lot of us expected. I just don't see the Knicks doing that right now. I don't think they sell low on either Julius or Fournier, and I don't think they put a premium pick like the number 11 pick on top of that to do so, and certainly not to accommodate Jalen Brunson. So Brunson could be a little bit tricky. Now, he says the Knicks can offer something that Dallas can, and that's the opportunity to be the point guard on the team and be the lead ball handler. Where I would push back on that is, yeah, he played with Doncic in Dallas, and Doncic was a primary ball handler. He comes here to New York. RJ and Julius are going to be the same thing. So I don't even look at the situation in New York here where he's going to be the guy with the ball in his hands. I don't see that at all. Because RJ and Julius are very much going to need the rock to operate. He's going to be playing as much off of them as he did with Luka Doncic. So I would push back on that one a little bit in terms of Jake's reasoning why the Knicks might have a chance. Now, he says, as the Knicks work down the list of their point guard options, rival executives have pointed to Minnesota Timberwolves starter D'Angelo Russell as a potential lower level trade target. And here's where he kind of throws some salt in there. He says New York's front office recently added former Minnesota president of basketball operations Gerson Rosas, who once chased Russell in free agency and later traded Andrew Wiggins for Russell to Golden State. That's a reach, and these guys like to kind of make those connections and say, well, this guy's here, so he would bring this guy. I don't know. D'Lo, what do you guys think of the chat on D'Lo? I'm giving that one a Julius Randle thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not so high on D'Lo. I think he's an erratic point guard. I don't think his defense is particularly good. He's got 1 year left on his deal. and then he's going to become a free agent. Is it possible? What's the price? If you can get some of these vets off your books, I look at it as like a plan C, but I'm not so high on a D'Angelo Russell. I'm not so high on a D'Angelo Russell, man. Honestly. So things are looking kind of bleak. He says the Knicks are not expected to make a run at Colin Sexton. He says Cleveland is interested in keeping him. Another article said Cleveland is looking at, because, Sexton is coming up on free agency. He'll be a restricted free agent. They're saying Cleveland is looking at a range of 15 to 18. Sexton's camp is looking for 18 to 22. Maybe they find some middle ground there. They do need scoring. He does offer that. So maybe Sexton sticks around with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the question is to the people in the chat, where are we going at the point? I was on, shout out to Knicks Film School, shout out my guy Macri, man. I was on his show the other day, and he was asking me, how I viewed, how this offseason was going to go. And I used a baseball term. I said, look, I think we're looking at singles and maybe a double, I think it's going to be another one of those off seasons. I think we're looking at a couple singles and a double. You got the mid-level exception. Maybe make a trade or two to get Burks and Noel off the books and bring somebody else in here, mix it up. Or do they try to go up and go get Ivy in the draft? Obviously, according to Jake in this article, they're interested in Ivy. Who wouldn't be? They were at his pro day hosted by CAA along with many other teams. But he's going to be gone by the 4th, 5th, the latest. Would they be willing to make a move up to go get him? Is he that type of talent? What do you guys think in the chat? Is it time to take a swing? Because I'm telling you, it's looking pretty bleak. Because if it's not Ivy, here's what I would do. I'm going with IQ. If you're going to keep Rose, I guess, and you go with McBride. Do you want to entertain something with the mid-level? You want to try to get a Tyus Jones? You want to try to get a Rubio for some insurance? Maybe. I just don't see a splash. I don't see a splash. I think we've got to get back. Well, not back, because they sort of went that way, but I think we got to continue with our player development and seeing what we have. The question is, do the Knicks feel confident in IQ going at this thing full time? That's what I wonder, because they never really put him in that role this season, except when we were in dire straits. He only started 2 games when the season was actually, when it was actually early in the season. He only started 2 games. And then he started some more later on after the injuries and it was basically a wash. So at this point, I mean, what are our options? You guys want to go get Brogdon? Do you want to call Indiana and go get Brogdon? Somebody in chat said Bledsoe. Hell no. No Eric Bledsoe, man. You guys want to call me up and talk about this, man? Call me up on the Discord or hit me up. 657-383-1509 is the number to call. Well, I had to get this one off my chest, man, because I just don't see where this thing is going. Chris Dada in the chat says, big market teams, small market moves. Draft and develop. That's what I think this is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Singles and maybe some doubles. Singles and maybe a double. The market is looking dry. Somebody said, who said Bledsoe? Kick him out. It's looking dry, man. We go to area code 870. What's your name and where you calling in from? Guy sounds like he's in the car, man. Hello.
Yeah, nah, I'm on the bike. What's up, man? Gas kind of high, man.
Yeah. You gotta call me back, bro. Call me back, bro. Call me back, bro. Yo, well, man, I go, you in the car? No, even better. I'm on a bike outside. My man was all out there in the atmosphere, and still felt like it was an appropriate time to call. I feel you, bro. Listen, sometimes it's hard to get through on the line, but we got time tonight. Take your time, get to some shelter, a nice quiet atmosphere, ambiance. Call back with your thoughts. My guy was trying to multitask out here. He's out there on the bike. Breeze was all up in my ear. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Kevin Middleton in the chat said, yo, is he in the storm? Hey, this is the off-season edition of KnicksFanTV, man. That's just how it goes down, people. That's just how it goes down. We did have a super chat come in here. Let me see who sent that in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let me see who sent that super chat in here. We are talking Knicks point guard options, and it's looking bleak. I mean, hey, maybe there's something out there that we just don't see. That is certainly possible. Mr. William 1072, shout out to my guy, Mr. William. Hope you are healing and keeping healthy and safe. He says, I see D'Lo as a plan G, as in garbage. Yeah. Yeah, that's a no for me, man. I'm out on D'Lo, bro. I'm out on D'Lo. I didn't like how he looked in that Memphis series. You know, I didn't like how he looked in that Memphis series. I don't think the offense had much of a flow when he was in there. I thought he took a lot of hero shots down the stretch. And defensively, he's just non-existent. Terry Rozier, Vibor Gupta. Terry Rozier for the 10th time. Will the Knicks be interested? I think that could be an option. Never know. Could certainly be an option. We'll see what MJ wants to do there. It's looking kind of bleak. 516-270, man. What's your name? Where you calling it from?
Hey, CP, can you hear me? It's Will from LI.
My guy, Will from LI. Let's go. I need you to talk me off the ledge. What is going on? What is going on, man?
Hey. Well, first off, bro, congratulations on an order. My guy about to be on Sirius XM Radio. What?
That's a fact, man.
It's amazing, bro. Yo, it's just amazing, bro. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Appreciate you,
keep
bro.
on going.
Appreciate
it.
And
now getting back to the topic, bro. Mm-hmm. Yo, come on. We already talked about this guard, man. It's Colin Sexton. It's the only point guard that I see that we can make. Colin Sexton. After seeing what the Cleveland did this year, they have no need for him, right? I feel like you can call the Cavs, try to get a deal together. Now, I'm not going to throw that. I'm not throwing the number 11 pick. But, you know, I would give a pick that's not ours for Colin Sexton. I would definitely do that. In the late 20s, I would do that trade. What do you think about that, CP? I'm going to leave you with that. But, again, congratulations, bro. I'm going to listen to you on the other line.
Appreciate you, bro. I mean,
of course.
From what this article's saying, it seems like Cleveland wants to keep him at the right price. Seems like Cleveland wants to keep Sexton at the right price. So, you know, what type of leverage would the Knicks have in a trade? And I'm not so sure that they don't need it. They need scoring. We talked about this on last night's show. The Cavs do have Garland. Excellent point guard. You like their bigs. I like that the Twin Tower setup that they have there. But they do have LeVert. I think they need an upgrade there. Or they need more scoring punch on the perimeter. Okoro's not going to give that to you. You know, everybody else who can score is more of a big, whether it's marketing or it's Love. Those guys are either coming off the bench. Sometimes marketing gets a start depending on who's available. But I think they need another scoring punch at the 2. Could be Sexton. Could it be a draft pick? We shall see. So my guy Will from LI likes Colin Sexton, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. What say you? Call me up, 657-383-1509 is the number to call, or hit me up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. I see Aaroy is on the Discord. Aaroy, we're going to get to you in just 1 second. Hang tight, Aaroy. Let me go to area code 352. 352, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, man, I'm Mike. I'm calling from Florida.
Mike from Florida. Which part of Florida, bro?
I'm in Orlando, man. I just got a Gainesville, Florida area code.
Okay. Well, what's your thoughts on the topics today?
I'm a big fan of the show, man. I watch it even though I'm a Heat fan. Whoa. I'm a big fan of the show. I just came across it on YouTube. I think you guys should just continue to build, man. Keep Emmanuel quickly and just continue to build and be patient. That's my honest opinion.
Okay.
I mean, I think you guys should build. Emmanuel quickly hasn't gotten a chance yet. He's a good point guard.
Yeah.
He just hasn't gotten a chance yet. So that's my opinion.
Okay. Coming in from enemy territory. He's a Heat fan, ladies and gentlemen. Calling in to show respect to the number one show for the fans by the fans. See, I don't just say that just to say it. The people validate that on a regular because we have fans calling in from other teams. Fans leave comments from other teams talking about KFTV. Well, we definitely appreciate that. You know, we welcome all viewers, whether you're a Knicks fan, whether you're a basketball fan. As I said in the beginning, there's something in here for everybody. When we do our post-game shows, you know, yeah, we're Knicks fans, but we're going to call it like it is. What team did well, what team didn't do well, in its simplest form, and we're going to break it down. So fans of other teams, you can get some thorough analysis on your team. On Knicks Weekly, we're going to start covering the league at large, especially when next season starts up. Now we've been doing it on the playoff front, but we're going to start doing some more segments covering the overall NBA. So there's something out there for everybody. Paul Burgess says, never trust a Heat fan. I know, man, I know. My cousin is one of them. You know, we're family. I love him, but we also sworn enemies when it comes to basketball. But I'm with this guy. I want to see Quick get the chance. Look at the options. I just ran down some of the options for you. It ain't looking so hot. It is not looking so hot. And I'm going to pull up the free agents, point guards, and we can go through it. We can go through it. Because it ain't looking so hot. Shout out to Rico World Peace. $5 Superchat says, I would like to see what IQ and Deuce can do for the team this season. Congrats on the new opportunity. Well deserved. Rico World Peace, definitely appreciate you. Owen A, longtime fan of the show, says, great show as always. Plan B, if Brunson doesn't work out, could be Tyus Jones. I'd look into it. I still want Quick starting. And Jones, you know, you want Jones backing him up. I like that. I would look into it. You know, like I said, Knicks have the mid-level exemption at their disposal. I got to think Memphis keeps Jones, though. That's a nice piece for them off the bench. And, you know, you just never know with John Morant, with his durability, with his, you know, injuries and stuff like that. I think Tyus Jones is a much-needed insurance policy for the Memphis Grizzlies. So let's see how that transpires. Let's see how that goes during the offseason. All right, here we go. Quick skim through of the 2022 free agents at the point. You got the whole Kyrie fiasco in Brooklyn. They're not so sure on him. We'll see. Jalen Brunson, number 2. This is according to HoopsHype, ranking the top point guard options in free agency. Brody, Russell Westbrook, player option. Anybody want to trade for Brody? Help the Lakers out. I'm not interested. Ricky Rubio, like I said, you know, insurance, coming off the torn ACL, still a steady hand, still a nice veteran, nice playmaking option. You want to have him backing up Rose, McBride, Quick. You know, depends on how they feel about McBride and his long-term prospects. Remember, we still got 2 picks in the draft, so and Jakubaitis internationally. How about Schroeder? A name some of you guys have liked in the past. I'm good. Boston got rid of him and instantly got better. Gary Payton II. I don't look at him as a point, so I'll pass. I mean, defensively, he's excellent, but I don't view him as a facilitator at all. Patty Mills, I'll pass. John Wall, super pass. Although some of you guys have been screaming for John Wall, Delon Wright, backup. Dragic, no. Aaron Holiday, I mean, DJ Augustine, Corey Joseph, the usual names. The usual names that teams are taking for like a 1-year deal and they're back on the market. Corey Joseph, DJ Augustine, Raul Neto. I mean, it's bleak. Isaiah Thomas. It's bleak out here, man. You guys want Trey Burke? You want to bring Trey Burke back? We're going way deep into the list right now. It's not good. Rondo. Brandon Godwin, who was here for a hot second. Javon Carter, Chris Dunn. I mean, Campazzo. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not even gonna bother going down this list. The page just went white on me. That's how bleak this list is. The page didn't even finish loading. The web page is like, bro, this list is so bad we don't even want to show you anymore. DJ Edsy says, where's Ish Smith? I was thinking about Ish Smith. Do we finally get the Nick Killer Ish Smith on our side? And could that help? Jordan Poole. Ooh, I'd love to get Jordan Poole. That would be the move. All right, let's get back to the phones. Take a couple more phone calls and wrap up. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up one for you boys. CP the Franchise here, talking about the latest Knicks trade rumors, point guard edition. What are we going to do, people? What are we going to do? Area code 718. What's your name? Where are you calling in from? Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? This AB from Brooklyn. Long time watcher, first time calling in.
Let's go.
Congrats, by the way. I just wanted to bring up some points on that article, right? I think there's some holes in it, especially regarding Hero's trade value. I think he was an absolute zero in the playoffs, and you can't tell me Hero and some late first rounds that Miami have, and I don't think they have all their first rounds, is better than what the Knicks can offer along with their first round picks.
What would be your Knicks offer, sir? What would be your Knicks offer?
You talking Julius Randle, the 11th pick, the Mavs pick, IQ. Because if you really look at it, there's some redundancy with Hero and Jordan Clarkson. They're the same player. They're the same exact player, just in the same exact role. So I just don't see the draw for that.
I hear that. I don't see Ainge wanting Randall. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now. You got to get Randall stock. Randall got to be an all-star again before we talk at him for a big player.
Understood, and I totally get that narrative too. I just don't think the narrative of Hero and Miami has a sexier offer. I think I'm tired of the narrative of the media downplaying the Knicks assets. I just don't. Yeah, that's just where I stand on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily the assets, right? But it's the assets that you want to part with, right? You don't want to trade RJ. You may not even want to trade Obi. So once you start,
Obi's negotiable. I can talk Obi. I can talk IQ. There's a thing I've been watching on the show. We've been neglecting Cam Reddish, especially when we talk about wings in the draft. And yeah, we could draft a bunch more. It's cool. You can never have enough.
That's right.
Cam Reddish, watch out for him. If he has a big year, it's almost like we forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily that. I appreciate the call, AB. It's not necessarily that. You are right. You can never have enough wings. You're absolutely right on that. And that's why I say we need to get more wings in the draft, especially with the point guard crop not being so great. Go get another wing. Why not? Go depth. You can never have enough depth at that position. And you're looking for a high upside player there as well. But the thing with Cam is he's going to be a pending free agent. So you just don't know. So you need insurance policies. You don't know how he's going to play next year. Can he stay healthy next year? Will he produce next year? It's a lot of question marks still. And I definitely want to see him playing. I want to see him and RJ get more playing time. I want to see him out there with RJ and Randall and Quick. I want to see Cam getting into this mix a lot more next year. And we're already hearing reports that he's in the Knicks training facility. He's rehabbing well, and he's trying to get back in shape early. So that's an encouraging sign. You're definitely right on that. Now, on the hero thing in Miami, I just can't count out Riley, man. I can't count him out. I know what you're saying about Hero. I just can't count out Riles. Getting it done. What about OKC, man? OKC got every young player in the world. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Trey Mann. That was my pick last year in the draft. You see how he came along this season. I mean, they got Pokuševski. You know, they got guys. Josh Giddey. Love Josh Giddey, man. So, I just think there's other teams that could offer something better. Tristan Clement, $10 Super Chats says, congrats on the XM upgrade. Hope you don't lose you on YouTube. I trade RJ before I'll allow that to happen. Now, I ain't going nowhere, man. Some people were asking that, what was going to be the impact on the channel. No impact on the channel. We still here. We still rocking. Still number one show for the fans by the fans. So have no fear about that, but definitely appreciate the congratulations. Make sure you guys are going to get your snaps, man. At KnicksFanTV New Era snaps in stores. The stock is dwindling, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get them. We upgraded the stock. We got the New Era joints. We got rid of the young poons or whatever. You know, we had the starter edition snaps. We just starting out. We had the starter edition snaps early, but now we upgraded. The quality is smooth. Trust me, I had to test drive a lot of these before I release it out to the public. Gave away a couple to some of our sponsors and supporters. A couple of our influencers. I got one. I got to send one to my guy Mero. My guy Mero from Deezus and Mero just hit me up, sent me the address. So I got to send his snap in the mail tomorrow. A lot of people asking for the snap. So make sure you go get yours now. KnicksFanTV.com/shop. We got them in navy blue, and we got the royal blue ones as well. Okay. All right. I see Ari in there. Ari, hang tight. We're going to close with you. Oh, I got to get to Aaroy on the Discord. Aaroy, almost forgot about you. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, CP?
How you doing?
Hope you're doing well.
Good, man.
Appreciate you, just once again providing a platform for the fans, especially in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
You just stay true to who you are, and that's a testament to what you've earned. The XM deal. Really proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
Really
man.
glad for you as well. But yeah, as far as this offseason goes and the point guard situation, the point guard situation has been a point guard situation for, probably about the past, 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I think that's the number one thing we got to address. And I am 100% on Jaden Ivey. I know a lot of people want to say he's not a point guard. Well, okay, you're right in a sense because he didn't play point guard at college. He was next to someone else who was playing point guard, so he was forced to play the two. But he definitely can learn it. I think, especially if we had Burks for 1 year at the point, we could definitely deal with Ivy learning how to play that position. But if we can't get Ivy, I'm fine with IQ learning how to do it. If we could just instill some confidence in him, see him learn.
Okay.
But I really think Ivy's got to be the guy that we get. Especially, when we look up and down the roster, whenever you ask fans what they think about the roster, some people are like, oh, this guy's untouchable. Some people are like, nah, he's not untouchable. And I think that's just it shows, it's case in point that none of the guys that we have are like a Cade Cunningham, someone who is going to be a rock, right? None of the guys we have is like a Jason Tatum when he first entered the league. We don't have that. We need to go grab that guy. And I really think Ivy's that guy, whether it's Reddish we got to let go of, Obi, next year's pick, maybe both the next year's picks. I know it's a little alarming for someone to say that, but I really do think that. Throw it to Portland and get him.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Appreciate the support. Aaroy on the check-in. See, the problem with the Ivy thing is this. If you're looking at the draft order, you're looking at Detroit, you're looking at Sacramento, two teams who are rebuilding, even more so than the Knicks. And they're looking for a home run. So if they're going to even be entertaining calls for him, what are we really trying to send them that's going to make it worth their while? They're not competing for anything. They're trying to hit that home run just as much as we are. Like I told you, it's not every year that you just draft and put a team together and you just automatically guaranteed success and development and incremental success. It don't work that way. You got to pick the right guys. and hope that one of those guys turns into your franchise star that you can really build around. Neither team has that right now. So that's the problem when you're trying to go up and get an Ivy. It's not a situation where you have, a contender who lucked into an early round pick, an early lottery pick based on previous trades, and they're willing to entertain a trade down to save on that salary, and they might not need that player. It's not a situation like Golden State had a couple years ago. You got two terrible lottery teams at the top of the lottery who are looking to turn their seasons around, turn their franchise around with a franchise player. That's why the Ivy deal is damn near next to impossible. So that is the story there. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the Franchise here, KnicksFanTV live. Salute my sponsors, man. Salute to Manscaped, fellas. Go to manscaped.com and the promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. This show is also sponsored by PrizePicks. Make your picks before the finals start on Thursday. Play PrizePicks. Play responsibly. Go to prizepicks.com. Use promo code KFTV. They will give you a bonus matching your deposit of up to $100. Looking forward to that finals matchup between the Warriors and the Celtics. We got 1,300 people in this chat right now. Only 300 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to get up to 1,000 likes. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button on your screen right now, whether you're on your phone or your computer, your tablet. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the share button. This is how we trigger it. We tap into the algorithm. And we let YouTube know this is number one show for the fans by the fans. And that's how we get more people in here. I want to see 3,000 people in here within the next 10 minutes. I think we can get there if you guys do those three things. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Okay, back to the phones we go. Area code 216. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Big Mike, calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Big Mike from the A. What's good, Mike?
Hey, man, been a long-time fan, first time calling in.
Appreciate it.
I love the youngsters, man, but if Tibbs ain't going to play him, what's the real problem here? You know what I'm saying? And because I think we got some real talent, but if he ain't going to trust them young kids out there, man, they're not going to grow.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we need to concentrate on. The front office got to sit Tibbs down and be like, look, we just got to go young, live with the bumps and the bruises, and go from there. Okay.
Appreciate the call, Big Mike. Appreciate the call. I mean, look, I hear that all the time, man, whether it's in the comment section on the YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, fans like, Tibbs is not going to play the kid. What's the point of drafting? We can't use that as a draft strategy. Because number one, I don't think that is the case. I think the kid will play. Yes, Tibbs is rigid in that respect, and he wants things done a certain way before he brings the kid out there on the court. Yo, quickly average 20 minutes a game as a rookie. The Obi situation is compounded with Randall being there, and you maxed out Randall. Grimes got his opportunity, yes, when players got hurt, but once he got in there, he never left until injuries took him out. And I think Quentin Grimes had already established that respect and the trust of the coach that he's going to be a permanent rotation member going into next season. We talked about Quick. RJ. Some of you guys got mad that RJ got too many minutes. So, I mean, listen, I understand the gripes for Tibbs, but we can't not draft a kid because we don't think he's going to play. Because like I said, the chances is that kid is going to outlast Tibbs anyway. So we can't worry about that. Can't worry about that. Let me get to my guy Eugene. Let me get my guy Eugene in here. Eugene from the Bay Area. What's good, bro?
Yo, what up?
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Congrats, to all your success. Love seeing what you're doing.
Appreciate it, bro.
Wanted to tap in, man. Here's my thought process, man. I I don't mind Jalen Brunson and maybe even Brogdon depending on the price.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I'd rather do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go my man Quick. Just go with him because at the end of the day, look, none of these point guards are really the future. Like even if we got Brunson, is he the future of the Knicks? As is this the guy we want to hang our hat on and say, yeah, he's going to take us to the promised land as we add other pieces? I don't really think so. So if that's the case, why not throw? I don't want to say throw the season away, but I want to say why not put Quick out there because he could potentially be, or he could bust. But at least we know by the end of the season. So I'd rather go Quick, get rid of Julius Randle if we can. If we can't, I'm not trying to slap. I don't like Julius at all, but I'm not trying to slap a pick on him and give him away for nothing. Like I don't want to do that either. So I would say get rid of Julius Randle if you can. Package D Rose if you can to give the young guys a little bit more time. Definitely get rid of Burks. Definitely get rid of Kemba. Definitely get rid of Noah. Don't trade for D Mitchell, even though we probably can't trade for him anyway. If we can get Brogdon on the cheap, let's do that. Mm-hmm. If we can't, just go with Quick, Obi, RJ, Grimes, Deuce, Cam, Sims, whoever we get on the 11th pick, and let them run. Here's the thing. We keep saying that the kids are not going to win, so we're going to lose. But every time the kids play, we're winning. So this, something is up. So I'd rather say, let's see if they can actually bring us some wins. And if they can't bring us wins, then, so be it. But if they can, or at least we'll see, okay, is Obi a starting power forward? Okay, is Quick a starting, point guard? Do we have some pieces around them? Is RJ going to step up to be an all-star? Like, give them the opportunity to do that. And I think the only way to do that fully is to go young, get rid of Julius if possible. Mm-hmm. That's my thought process. That's what I would rather see this year, even though I know it won't result in much wins.
Appreciate the call, man. I'm with you. Just go with what we have. At this stage in the game, just go with what we have. Hey, listen, we've started Knicks seasons with Ramon Sessions, Jared Jack, Moutier. Quick ain't gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? I was encouraged by the way Quickly played. Yeah, you want to say, okay, the competition was different, team's motivation was different. I saw growth at the point guard position from Emmanuel Quickly this season. I watched all 82. Even when he struggled in the beginning and he settled in the middle of the season. After All-Star break, he was solid. That Miami game in Miami, Quick was a beast in the fourth quarter. So it wasn't just these throwaway games, the triple-double against Orlando and the career highs against Toronto late in the season to end the season. It wasn't just those games. Quick had some high spots for us. So at this point, I would just go there, man, honestly. All right, let's go rapid fire with the calls. E-Crossover on the Discord. E-Crossover, let's go.
Hey, what's up, CP? It's been a long time, man.
Been a minute, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. So rapid fire. Just want to say that if we're gonna get a point guard, I say stick with Quick. But when we look at point guard situations or just obtaining any free agents, we gotta look at durability as one. Donovan Mitchell, not as durable. And Malcolm Brogdon, that's a question mark. So the only two options you really have is Jalen Brunson and Quickly.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna roll with 20 mil, which I think Dallas is gonna offer give him that, you lose Brunson. So just see what happens during the midseason or so. If there's somebody that wants to go, or if you're trying to get Levine, I don't think they're gonna try to get him to trade because Julius Randle, the only asset that you can really use in that trade. I don't think they want him. So right now, man, you just gotta stick with the guns.
All right,
stick with.
I'm just gonna cut you on the Discord because your connection was real choppy. I got you though, man. Definitely appreciate the call. Area code 914. What's your name? Where you tapping in from? Why yo? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. What's your name? Where you tapping in from, bro?
This is Josh. Josh from New Rochelle. What do you call it? Longtime fan. First time calling in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. You got the mic, bro.
All right, so yeah, basically, I'm just reiterating a lot of things the dude from the Bay Area said, like, yo, just play quick. Like, simple as that. You mentioned we had Ramon Sessions, we had Jarrett Jacks. They were all playing in front of Frank, and it's crazy because, yo, if he had playing time, maybe he could have been a little bit better. Just give Quick the keys. Do not trade Quick. Don't trade RJ. Don't trade Obi. Just give him all the keys. Let him run. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Have a good night, man.
Appreciate the call, man. Now, Troy Flett in the chat says, you guys have no eye for talent. Quickly is limited. I don't think anybody here who's advocating for Quick is saying that he's the perfect option. And I think everybody who watches Quick, who watches these games, understands his limitations, understands his struggles, and also understands that this is a second-year player going into his third year. Trying to play the hardest position there is in the game to master at a young age. Let him grow. What we're saying is let him grow into the role. Maybe starter isn't his long-term role on this team. Maybe it is the six-man lightning rod, which is still a very valuable position. What we're saying is, based on the options out there, he may be the best one to roll with into next season. Maybe, again, and maybe there's something out there that we haven't seen. Maybe there's a trade out there that they make that you know, the writers and the league isn't privy to right now. Maybe there is. We'll see what happens. But all we're saying is, of the realistic options available right now, could be Quick. That's it. Let's go to 757. Used to dribble down in VA. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, this is Shane, man. Calling from 2 Up, 2 Down.
2 Up, 2 Down. Shane from Hampton. What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Real quick, I just want to say your production is top notch. Man.
Appreciate it, man.
Professional all the way. You've made me a fan, man. I tune in, and I really was sold when the rhyme animal Chuck D, one of my heroes, called in.
Appreciate
But
it.
anyway, man, I'm a differ with people a little bit. You know, I think that even as a second-year player, you can still assess what a player's strengths and weaknesses are. And I like Quick. I think he is what he is, though. I think he is a two-guard, kind of trapped in a point guard body. He doesn't have the type of skills that you want in a starting point guard, namely that court vision and ability to get into the lane. The guy that I really like is Dyson Daniels. And I think it's somewhat realistic. I like Josh Giddey last year, and unfortunately he kept on rising, and then he was out of reach, and it looks like Daniels might be out of reach as well. However, we got a couple of assets that we might be able to get him if he, let's say he drops to 7. I'd be willing to give up an asset to get him. He's a guy that we need desperately on this team, a floor general. Somebody who could see over the top, make plays, solid defensively, and, you know, take advantage of smaller point guards. And I'm surprised a lot more people aren't going that direction. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Well, you know, I don't. The thing about Daniels is what you're hearing from a lot of the scouts and the prognosticators is that he's going to go early in the lottery. And I don't think the Knicks view him as a must-have. We have to trade up and get this guy. Maybe that changes in the draft. The Knicks have shown the ability to be aggressive in the draft, whether it's trading up or trading back, if they see their guy there. Last year was Quentin Grimes. It was Jakubaitis. It was McBride. Year before that, it was Quickly and Obi. Maybe. But I think overall, I think the reason why people aren't really talking about Daniels like that is because they expect him to go before 11. So.
Yeah. Hey, no, we're not talking about Jakubaitis at all either.
Well, that's because he's not coming over. So we talking realistic. And appreciate the call. Yeah, we're not talking about Rokas because he's not coming. So he's staying over in Spain, and rightfully so, because, you know, I don't think he would have a role here with this team next season. And I think him and his team probably looked at it and said, hey, we could be a star with Barcelona, or come to the Knicks and be the third point guard. Get more playing time over there. It's almost like you're keeping him in the G League, so to speak, but in an even better league. So I think that's the best case for both parties. And we'll see what the 2023 season brings if he comes. So we'll see what happens there. But appreciate the call. All right, take a couple more before we wrap. Let me take two more. I told Aria I'd wrap with him. I'll take three more. Real quick, rapid fire. Let's go to area code 870. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hey, CP, it's the truth, man. What to do?
Truth from Arkansas. Just the man I was trying to hear from, man. What's good, my dude? How you feeling?
All right, man. Y'all trying to clown me. I was on the bike headed to the corner store, but this all good, though. Hey, CP, you be in your bag, man. You be in your bag. I know you be, you know what I'm saying, you'll go all day. But I want to say shout out to you. I seen you with the Goodfellas vibe, the Vice City vibe, with the double bread.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I heard you shout out Arkansas on the last couple videos. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I was just about to cancel my XM radio, so I seen that you joining NBA radio, so I'm for sure tuning in. I seen you and Derek Murray talking about Nick Mills from North Little Rock, the boy a baller. And the Fred Cast interview was flame. But my question is, what's your most realistic option and your dream option going forward with the point guard and Julie?
I mean, realistic. Like I said, man, I think realistic. If it's not quick, maybe Brogdon. Dream, Spider, obviously. You know. But realistic acquisition, I think it would be Brogdon. I don't think they jump in a Brunson scenario with the sign and trade, and for the money that they're talking about, I'm not sure they go that route with Brunson. Plus, because they you know, it gets a little bit complicated when they have to factor in the salaries. You know, it gets a little bit complicated there, man. But definitely appreciate the call, Truth. We glad you made it back to the crib. That was Truth. That was on the bike earlier with all the wind and the static. So appreciate the call, Truth. Let me go area code 419. What's your name? Where you calling in from? 419.
Yo, what's good, CP? Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Who's this?
Yo, this is Joe from Ohio.
Joe from Ohio. What's good, my guy?
Hey,
how you feeling?
Appreciate you taking my call, dog. That's kind of wild. You just mentioned the number. Yo, hey, you got to show me. You got to give me my flowers, CP. Did I not earlier in the year? Did I not say that we should think about Julius Randle for the Portland Trailblazers, first round pick, and a trade exception? And now it seems as if that idea is getting a lot more traction, right?
Yeah.
I'm with the one guy though, bro. Dyson Daniels, I think would be nice for us, especially if we get that 7th overall pick. I think Julius is. I think that with him being in our situation, and it being such a bad situation for him and his play style, I think that we're kind of getting into a place where we're undervaluing Julius. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he had a point on that Dame level. You know what I'm saying, where he respects Dame as being the number one guy. Ain't got all the glitz and glamour.
This guy he's trying to pitch Portland now. He's trying to pitch Portland. Listen carefully. Go ahead, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You see me? But hey, no, that's good. I kind of wanted to get your thought process, honestly, on what we need mostly in the draft. In my estimation, I feel like even if it doesn't come from the point position, right? Yeah. I think that we need a creator, a shot creator.
Yes, absolutely, bro.
Also, I want to show love to I think it was the Final Voyage video that you got up.
Fantastic Voyage. Yes, Fantastic Voyage, man.
People need to talk about that more on the page, bro. I love that video. I've seen it twice now, to be honest with you. When it first came out, and then I just saw it maybe about 2 weeks ago, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the plug. Fantastic Voyage, man. My guy is right on point. Fantastic Voyage, man. You guys have got to see that if you haven't. Produced by the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, and yours truly. It's basically the rise of KnicksFanTV and the Knicks independent content creators. And we basically tracked the Knicks season, last season, obviously season before that, the Cinderella ride and the impact that it had on us, getting through the pandemic and just continuing to build our brands off of that and the connection with the fans. It's an excellent, excellent documentary, if I must say so myself. Shout out to Joe for promoting that. Make sure you guys are checking that out, man. Fantastic Voyage. It's right on the KnicksFanTV YouTube channel. I'll leave it right at the top. Make sure you guys are checking that out. TM, if you have the link, go ahead and drop the link in the chat. Fantastic Voyage, man. It was really, really great to put that project together. And making a documentary, man. Made a documentary with the right man on Chuck D. That was absolutely incredible. But look, I like Daniels. I like the Daniels prospect. I definitely like Daniels and the prospect. Being a multi-positional player on both ends with some playmaking upside, with some offensive upside, the defensive capabilities, the length, the athleticism. You certainly like that. He was definitely trying to pitch the Julius thing to Portland. I think Jeremy Grant, that's the name that we've been hearing since the trade deadline. I think that's the guy that Portland's going to try to get for Dame because it fills two areas. Portland needs a wing defender badly. And so Jeremy Grant is that guy. And also in this Jake Fisher article with Bleacher Report, he mentions OG Anunoby as a potential candidate. I like his game. He's ferocious. And I think they really need some toughness and some versatility on defense badly. And so that's why I think Julius is lower on the priority, whereas a Grant and even an Anunoby would be higher up there. But let's see what happens. You just never know. You absolutely never know. So definitely appreciate the call, Joe. And appreciate everybody for tapping in. We're going to close the show with Ari in the building. Ari, what's good?
Hey, what's up, CP? You hear me all right?
Yeah, good to go, man. How you been, bro?
I'm good, man. Yo, obviously, first of all, congratulations to you, man. You deserve everything
Appreciate
you got. Your show is amazing. And, this is just the beginning for you. So let us know when your first gig is so we could all tune in, call in. Any way we could support, just let us know.
Absolutely.
And we'll come in heavy for you.
Let's go.
Yeah. So before I get started, the one thing that Portland doesn't have, though, is they don't have the 11th pick. Like, if you're Portland, are you going to take Randall and 11 or just Jeremy Grant? Like, it kind of evens it out a little bit, right? So it's like, obviously, my number one concern in this whole draft and free agency and all this stuff is just getting Randall off the books. It's the most important thing for me. Obviously, because not only does it free up cap space, but it lets Obi shine, which is Obi needs to play, man. It lets Obi shine, and it also puts RJ in a position to take on a bigger role, and it opens up the offense for other players. So even if you're selling at him low, it's still better to sell on him low because it's addition by subtraction. But that's not what I want to talk about. So, all these, I'm with UCP, Brunson, Brogdon, Sexton. First of all, we don't have any cap space because our front office capped us out. So I don't know how we plan on getting these guys, signing trades, whatever.
We'd have to shed.
But anyway, either way, those are win-now moves, and this is simply not a win-now team. So have we not learned anything from last year when we tried to make win-now moves and upgrade, and look what happened? We just got ourselves capped out in a worse situation, right? The front office has no excuse this time. At least last year they said they were the 4 seed and they were trying to, build on that momentum. Now they don't have that excuse. We should not be making any win-now moves. None of them, right? The one move I would consider making is trading up for Jaden Ivey, right? I would trade up for Jaden Ivey, but what is it going to cost you? So I'll give 11, I'll give a future Dallas pick, and I'll give Cam Reddish and maybe a second-round pick to move up. I'd rather move Reddish. Even though I like Reddish, I'd rather move Reddish than Grimes because Grimes is on a you're going to have to pay Reddish next year. And Grimes plays defense, right? So if 11, Dallas, and Reddish is not getting me Jaden Ivey, then that's my limit. I'm not giving anything more for him. Now, here's the issue. If we decided not to win 7 out of the last 10 games after we were mathematically eliminated, maybe we would have been the 8th pick or the 7th pick, right? And when you're the 8th or 7th pick, you're not the 1st pick, you're not the 4th pick, but you're within striking distance to move up for Jaden Ivey. It wouldn't cost you as much moving up from 7 to 4 as it would be from 11 to 4. But remember, all these guys were telling me it's about the win now moves, right? It's not the win now, the winning habits, marked winning habits, right? That's what they all told me, man. And this is why it's important to be a responsible front office, man, because 11 makes it much harder for us to move up to get Jaden Ivey or top talents, as opposed from jumping to 7, man. Yeah. So any moves we make, I'm keeping it strictly developmental moves. I'm consolidating and getting younger players, moving up in the draft. I'm not taking any of these vets. I'm trying to move Randall and learn from our mistakes, man. Like, let's just stick with the rebuild. If you're not going to learn from your mistakes, you're just bound to repeat it again, man. So I'm with you. Stick it out. Play the long game. Rebuild organically, unless you can move up for a Jaden Ivey or something like that. So that's my take, man. Congrats again, and let us know when you're starting out. All right, bro?
Ari on the check-in. Ari, appreciate the call. What you guys think about that call, man? What you guys in the chat think about that call? Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. I'm seeing a lot of mixed comments on that call, on Ari's call right there. I'd like to poll the chat right now and see how you guys are feeling, man. Does he get the tomatoes, or were you guys feeling that take? I felt like it was a measured response from Ari tonight, off-season Ari, if you will. Yeah, look, a lot of you guys, my DMs are getting flooded with dump Julius's salary trade machine proposals. I can't get through enough of them. But look, I just don't see the Knicks going that route. I don't see them going that route right now. And so I'm just gonna have to see how it goes next season. Anything's possible. Don't get me wrong, anything's possible. I just don't see them going the dump Julius salary route right this second. So, let's see what happens, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Hit that thumbs up on 1,400 people on an off-season night for the number one show for the fans, by the fans. KnicksFanTV, CP the franchise here. Always appreciate everybody for tuning in. Salute to all my mods in here. I see TM in here. Rome. Who else we got? All the mods, man. Ari's in here. What's good? Michael Parker, my guy Michael Parker, OG KnicksFanTV fan. Michael Parker hit me up about Summer League. Stay tuned for Summer League. Keep you guys posted on the dates. The Knicks team schedule hasn't been released yet. I try to wait till that gets released, but I might have to book because, flights and everything are getting expensive. So I might have to just book a little window and bookie out there. But once we finalize everything, we'll get the message out to the people. All roads lead to Las Vegas for Summer League. Meet me out there. John Talento, what's good? If you guys are new in the chat, leave me a hashtag new. I'll shout you guys out. Definitely appreciate 1,400 strong for tapping in with me tonight, man. That was major. I just threw the bat signal out there with about 15 minutes to spare and threw a quick show together. So appreciate everybody for tapping in. Kaiser Sose 718 $5 super chat says the teams in the finals got there by drafting and developing, not making dumb trades. Both the Celtics and the Warriors built through the draft. That is true, but what I said earlier is that it's not a guarantee of future success. You still have to draft the right players, because just as much as you can point to the Celtics and the Warriors, you can point to a number of the 30 NBA teams who go through the draft process, draft players, spend their cap responsibly, and still have nothing to show for it. Remember, Tatum was picked at the top. Remember, Jalen Brown was picked at the top, near the top. Thank the Brooklyn Nets for making that stupid trade that got the Celtics these guys. So it's not a guarantee, but I hear you, though. I'm with you. Organically, you have a better chance of doing that. Then you go trade for the next guy that can help you get over the hump, but you need to draft the right players first. I think RJ is one of those guys. We'll see who else can help. Michael Parker says this draft is chock full of sleepers. I think we can get Kai Soto in the second round. Salute to Knicks Nation. A lot of Kai Soto fans. Pastor Claudio's Obi Hive says 11 plus IQ, Rose plus Dallas pick for 4. I highly doubt it. O Skrilla says, how do we do play development with a roster full of vets and a million young guys? There's only 48 minutes in the game. Front office needs to go young. Got to balance. You got to balance. Got to balance. Absolutely. I'll give you guys a quick, as my guy Joe from Ohio said about the Fantastic Voyage. Yeah, you guys got to check that out. This is the main YouTube channel, KnicksFanTV YouTube. As you see here, we got the live show. Fantastic Voyage is right here. Right here. Click on this. Watch that documentary. Leave me a comment that you've watched it and let me know your thoughts, man. I had a blast making it, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it if you haven't seen it already. Coming back through the channel, we organize all the content into relevant playlists. Those of you that are draft junkies, every single draft show that we've done so far is in one playlist. All you got to do is hit play all, and you go right through it. We had our mock draft show last night. We had our Q&A show, the lottery reaction show. So this content is going to continue to build as we get closer to the draft. If you want to catch up on some of Knicks Weekly, our post-game live streams from this past season, you have that there. We post clips of our shows and put them in a playlist. So we have our clips playlist here. Special guest appearances. So every notable person within the Knicks stratosphere that we've had on the show is in this playlist. Fred Katz, Clyde Frazier. We had Ryan McDonough, excellent interview there. We had Chris Herring talking about his book on the 90s Knicks. John Starks, Spike Lee, Alan Hahn, Evan Fournier, my interview with Fat Joe, Ariel Helwani, Meta World Peace, Jerry Ferrara. It goes on and on and on. Special guest appearances tab playlist is where you're going to want to watch that. KnicksFanTV Court Vision. We're going to be getting back into Court Vision, doing more of our film breakdowns, but you can go back and take a look at some of the ones that we did in the past, see where things are now and compare. We did a lot of good ones on Mitch, Kemba and Fournier, which didn't turn out so well. RJ was a good one. Julius was a good one. So we got some good ones in there, man. Definitely got some good ones in there. All right. Let's see if anybody dropped anything in Team Hashtag New. Jeremy Maynard, $5 Superchat says, what up, CP? Congratulations. We need to stay young, point blank. Jeremy Maynard, definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. All right, so that's the story. What we'll do is salute to Nick Fan checking in from New Zealand. So good morning to you down there in New Zealand. Salute to all my guys in Australia and New Zealand, man. We got a lot of fans out there. Definitely appreciate the support. Rudy Martinez, salute to Rudy. We got DJ Edsy checking in from London. Big up everybody over there across the pond in London. All my family out there as well. Appreciate it. So what we'll do is we'll schedule the next episode of Knicks Weekly for Monday. I was gonna do it Sunday, but with the finals, I wanna watch that. So we'll do it Monday. My guy Rafael Barlow, NBA Draft Big Board. My guy's blowing up big time. Make sure you guys are following him. Barlow500 on Twitter. He'll be joining us for the next NBA Draft Q&A. So come through with your questions. Nobody's doing it like us, man. We give you all the answers, all the prospects that you want to know about from the guys that are covering these guys on a daily basis. So don't miss that show. I'll check you guys on the next one, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. See you.